Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. Just a couple of things to show you. This Cymbidium Jamie Red is starting to open blooms on quite a few spikes now. This one started. This one's nearly fully open. There's one back there started. In fact, there's another two back there started, but they're facing the other way. And then we've got this one. This is doing well. So this, sometime during next week, I will get this down on the bench with some alcohol, some cotton buds, and get as much of the scale off as I possibly can, and then it can go into the Orchid Society meeting the following Saturday. It probably won't be able to go on the competition bench because of the possibility of still having some scale on it. I'll get told off. Well, I'll get told no, basically. But I want to put it on the treasurer's desk, where I'll be sat most of the time anyway, as a sort of focal point, because everybody's got to pay their subs, or many people will, not everybody. Some people leave it late, but I will have a lot of people coming to the desk, so everybody will get a chance to have a good look at it, and hopefully establish in a few people's minds that I can grow Cymbidiums. And I'm not just pretending. So that was that. And then over here, where the peonies have been put, the ones recently repotted went here for now. And then over here, where the others are, so it's starting. Got two shoots showing, little green tips. Now I still don't know whether those are going to be blooms or just new bulbs. We'll have to wait and see. And then over here I had to do a bit of rearranging because the Pumilio, Cymbidium Pumilio, is open now. These almost open all at once on this particular one. Some Cymbidiums stagger their blooms, starting at the base and moving towards the tip, and others open most of them almost together. There's more spikes to come on this, but they're way behind. This is the sort of first one. But I needed to be able to get this one to be able to see more round it, if you see what I mean. So I pushed the yellow one back, you can still see it, and that gave this one more space. But to do that, I had to move a Cymbidium off of the top here. So what I did was, this shelf was up here. I took it off of there and moved it down one so that I could get the Cymbidium on there. Of course, I made the mistake of putting it up this end first, and then I couldn't see the bird feeders. So we moved the Cymbidium along, and I've brought the Paphiopedilums across here so that they're visible as well now. The blackjack has opened. It's not exactly really visible that well, but yeah, blackjack has opened, and we've got this one. And if these three blooms are still okay, I will either take that one in for the competition bench, or I will take Showgirl. I haven't decided yet, but I can only put one of them on the competition bench, but the other one can go for people to look at. There's an area where people just put plants that they brought in for people to see, so they'll go there. One will go on the competition bench. As I say, I'm not sure which yet. The last time this went in, it actually went into a show, and it actually came second. I actually filmed it at the time, and many people amongst my YouTube viewers said it should have come first because they saw what beat it. And I got a feeling there was a little bit of prejudice involved, because the Cymbidium that beat it wasn't a better plant, it didn't have a better spike, but it was a species. So I got a feeling there was a little bit of that going on. Can't prove it, obviously. But Anyway, this time that is a much better spike, and it's not going into the show, it's just going into a meeting on the competition tables. So one of those two will be in the competition, probably the PAF. Yeah, probably the PAF. But that's what I'm going to take in. I'm going to take the Jamie Red just to put on my bench to have a point of interest. Probably end up regretting it because it'll be in the way, but it will give people something to look at and talk about while they're waiting to pay their subs, because I can only deal with one person at a time, especially now we've got the card reader, and that'll, you know, I'm going to have to get that out before next Saturday and make sure it's all charged up and ready to go, and get the instructions out and try and remember how to use it. Oh, it's pretty straightforward, I'm sure. You just turn it on and people point their cards at it, you know, it should just work. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. Now tomorrow I've got my Bonsai Society, but unfortunately they've just put their dates list up for this year, and the meeting tomorrow has actually got a speaker. It's the only one for the year. Now I've sent an email, sent it yesterday, saying, is the talk instead of the workshop or as well as? Because I don't want to be taking trees in if it's just a talk. It'd be a waste of time. But then the meeting is 9 till 12. It might even be 9 till 1, I can't remember, but it's at least 9 till 12. We're not going to have a speaker for 3 hours, that's for sure. Speakers don't do that sort of thing. So I'm pretty sure there'll be a workshop, and then there'll be, you know, like stop what you're doing and listen to the talk and then carry on with what you're doing, something like that. So I'm still going to take my tree, and the one I'm taking in is that juniper there. That's still in a flower pot at the moment. It got fed and watered well. It's put on a lot of growth, so there's a lot of choices for what I can do to it, but I want some advice and guidance before I make those decisions, because it's got quite a good trunk on it, buried in amongst all that foliage, and a lot of that foliage will come off. Some of the whole branches will come off. So there'll be a lot less foliage left when I've finished, and we'll be able to see the trunk, which is quite good. It's quite nice. So that's my plan for tomorrow. And because it's in the morning, I'll be back in time to still film a Sunday chat. Obviously it will get posted later in the day, but it'll still get posted on Sunday. So Sunday chats don't work very well on Monday. People expect them on the Sunday. And the other thing that was a big surprise when I watered the plants yesterday was this. Now this is Coleogyne granulosa. And the two shoots that were on it have just suddenly shot out. So we've got two spikes on here with buds showing through the sheaths already. Now they're not going to be massive, it's not going to be a massive show. I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and probably three probably on the other spike. But I can't remember whether this has bloomed for me before. It might have done. But anyway, you know, those will push on quite quickly now. And the same sort of thing is happening to the cristata up the back. Can I catch the bud? If I zoom in, it'll probably miss it. So that one's extending. And once they start to extend, it means the buds will show. So although those spikes have been sat there for a long time not doing much, they're starting to move now. So we will have blooms on the cristata in the not too distant future. And we've still got this one up here that's growing incredibly slowly. The spike's been there for absolutely ages, and it still hasn't even split out to show the buds yet. Very, very slow progress. But anyway, yeah, just a quick video to sort of say what's going on. And I watered virtually everything yesterday, except this lower shelf down here, because I ran out of water with feed in it, and I'd done enough. I didn't want to do any more. So I've just got to do that little bit of watering, and because they're all odont types or Restrepias, I won't bother mixing up some feed. They can just have another flush. They'll get feed next time round. I mean, the only one that's putting on a lot of growth at the moment is this one here, with this strong new growth with the massive roots at the base. Everything else is growing either very slowly or not at all at the moment, so feed is not really necessary at the moment. Still haven't got a lot of daylight, but I did notice this morning that it was noticeably starting to get light at not long after 7 o'clock, as opposed to 7:45. So the amount of daylight is slowly creeping up, and because we haven't had any decent days, it hasn't really showed much. You know, it needs a cloudless morning to find out, you know, the length of the day increasing. Anyway, so that'll do for today, and yeah, obviously I will, if I get to do my juniper tomorrow at the Bonsai Society, then I'll film it, you know, when I get back at some point. I might even just include it in the Sunday chat, because it's just one tree. It doesn't warrant a bonsai video as such, although I would probably film it separately and put it over on the other channel, because I haven't posted anything over there for ages. Yeah. I ought to have a go around the garden, I suppose. We've got snowdrops now. We've got cyclamen with some blooms on. There might be some primroses. Bulbs are coming up. So the garden is showing signs of spring. Not massive signs, just a few. Anyway, I shall see you in tomorrow's video for the Sunday chat. Bye for now.